Last year, my mum and dad got divorced. It must be so much harder for her actually, because I am living this fantastic life and going through each day and being busy each day, whereas she's still, you know, kind of in the old life that I was in.
Most likely to call his mom.
She always says that I'm like one of her best friends, so like it must be really difficult for her to kind of not get upset and not miss me as much. I'm so far away.
Biggest mama's boy?
Louis Tomlinson of One Direction is going to be a daddy.
Fans started a rumor that Tomlinson's son wasn't real.
How's the baby doing? How's the baby holding up? How's the baby?
But his happiness took a complicated turn after Freddie's mother, Brianna Jungworth, put a wrench in his visitation schedule.
Bitch, I hope your baby dies.
Tomlinson first got the call about his mom's terminal diagnosis while attending a friend's wedding, a moment he described as super
Tomlinson's
traumatic.
mother, Johanna Deacon, has died.
First time I performed solo was on the X Factor. There was a lot of pressure on my shoulders that day.
That I know that in terms of emotionally, I've been taken to the nth degree, and I still managed to perform because that's what she wanted me to do.
Your mum was so proud of you, Louis, and she was so looking forward to tonight. She's watching down on you now, and you've done her proud.
It's not really something that I feel 100% comfortable talking too much about, but just quickly, yeah, when I first found out about the news, I kind of did want to throw the towel in, you know, but it was my mum who said to me that I just got to keep going. She told me very sternly that she wanted me to.
You were in a band before One Direction.
I really loved this band. Like, it was my first moment of singing and like performing. I'd just been kicked out of that band, and I didn't even know about it.
In tweeted Jay with quite the message to Louis. You've done a sterling job of becoming one of the most overrated, arrogant, and not to mention insincere people around. Your shocking lack of talent will only be forgiven by lots of humility and no strings attached friendship among your band. Louis, don't measure your worth in followers or money because they're fickle, and when they go, you might just feel worthless.
A few years ago, you felt that if your record didn't go #1, then you failed.
He's the guy with the smaller face with the short brown hair, yeah? That doesn't matter.
Kind of like ratty facial hair.
He's not Harry Styles. What's he? He's the least popular one.
Tomlinson has struggled with painful bouts of self-doubt throughout the years, especially where it concerns his involvement in One Direction. The singer felt like he didn't have the it factor his bandmates enjoyed. He praised Niall Horan as lovely and fearless, Liam Payne as having good stage presence, Harry Styles as being very cool, and Zayn Malik as having a fantastic voice. Then he ended his gushy tribute by saying, quote, "And then there's me."
And there's a theory that Simon had Louis fly out to see him specifically to tell him to stop behaving the way that he was.
All you gotta remember is put your fucking mask on.
One Direction singer Louis Tomlinson's sister Felicity, dead at just 18.
Had the perfect storm of drugs in her system at the time of her death.
Louis was hit especially hard, and he canceled all of the promotional events for his new single, Two of Us.
Well, I found it hard when One Direction, when we went on the break, to be honest, because I wasn't ready for it.
Tomlinson's insecurity followed him into his solo career. He told The Guardian, "If you'd asked me a year or 18 months ago, are you going to do anything as a solo artist? I'd have said absolutely I couldn't say to you now that I could definitely get a superstar writer in a session with me, and I understand that. Harry won't struggle with any of that."
This sounds so cliche, but I'm always thinking about the next step and bettering myself on the record. I don't really think there'll ever be a time where I'm just like, yeah, you know, I've done really well. I think definitely sometimes I'm a little hard on myself, but that's what drives me, that's what keeps me ambitious, and that's what keeps me waking up every day like I want to be better.